So we thought we would actually show you the cute little lane that leads to our village. We've done our chores and now we are back, heading back home. Heading back home.
Heading back home with some brilliant ideas.
Brilliant ideas. I cannot wait for my birthday. Winky's going to make me something fabulous and I'm beyond all excitement. Diana's all excited.
Yeah. And I'm excited because I get to build something.
Yeah, he's going to make something. Woo woo! Slowing down for the camera. Okay. And look, there's a little house in there. I love this road because it's 60-mile-an-hour limit. Just past here. Look in the woods here. These are our woods.
This is the humanist burial ground.
Yeah, humanist burial ground.
So there's all just people buried in there.
Yeah, there's all people resting in the lovely woods.
And this is called Pot Kiln Lane, and this used to be the old kilns where they made all the pots and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the old kiln building. It's
Yeah.
now a hardware type of place where we've got a builder's merchant.
See, this road is like a rally track. It goes up and down and wiggles about. And I always go at full tilt down here because I've got hard suspension and it's fun. But when you drive down here at full speed in Wink's car, which is a Honda Accord, it feels a little bit unsafe. But it's great at night because you can see if anyone's coming and you can just foot to the board.
Fast on my motorbike a couple of times as well, but then I feel like I'm going to get bucked out of the seat.
Yeah, so it's real fun. But there's the only little bit of fun road near us that's the speed limit, then it goes back to.
Yeah,
and this is the train. This is the train track
He catches to school.
that he catches to school.
In fact, we're not going to go straight home. We're going to show you one other thing as well,
Oh.
which you might find interesting. You never
See,
know.
see how the road is worn away with time?
I think they've just cut this one into the hill.
No, but it would have been, because that's the trees weren't planted with their roots in the air. They're taking all the timber out at the moment.
See, that's the road to our house.
That goes to our house. That's where I broke down with my flat tyre. Oh, I know where you're going to go. Whose house are we going to, Wink?
Ozzy's.
Ozzy Osbourne's house. Okay, that's his land there.
There's a footpath that goes right round his house.
Yeah.
I've stood on the saddle of my bicycle and looked over the fence into his garden. I could hear Sharon shouting at the dogs and things.
So this is their land here. So here we go. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I like this road. It's a fun road. It's pretty. That's a nightmare.
This is Ozzy's house. You can't actually see his house. You can
oh, you saw a little bit of it there.
Yeah.
So these are the walls.
So this is his wall, and we'll just slow down because there's no one behind this. And this is Ozzy's front door.
There.
You never guessed it was Ozzy Osbourne's house, would you? Looking at that.
And that's the little gatehouse.
That's where the gardener and the thingy person
And that's
is.
the footpath.
And that's the
next
little
to it.
footpath that I've cycled down on my bicycle sometimes. That's the gate house. But yeah, that's Ozzy's house.
It is.
Under 24-hour monitored, recorded surveillance. Hello, Ozzy.
I've actually passed Sharon and Ozzy in the car on this lane before.
This is where he had his accident on his 4x4 quad.
Yeah,
Really hurt himself.
all these. This is all his land.
No, this
the other side
isn't.
of the fence.
Yeah, this is a field farmer's thing because I've cycled around this bit. You can go on here.
But see all the fence across the field? That's his land there.
Well, that's the footpath outside the fence.
But the
in
other
between,
side
everything
of
the other side of the
footpath.
fence is his. Yeah.
I'm trying to explain.
Darling, I was just being
Idiot.
autistic and accurate.
Darling, you're just being autistic.
So anyway,
So
this is nice road.
Yeah, it's called Welders Lane, and I guess in the past some welders lived down this
There's some
lane.
nice houses at the end of this road.
Yeah, very nice. It's all very nice around here, actually. We're very lucky to live in such a beautiful area. But this area has become more and more and more and more and more expensive over the years because of its proximity to Heathrow, the M25, which is the motorway, the London orbital. It goes all the way around London, so it's the fastest way to get from one side of London to the other. Because the education
so this is Ozzy's
system
nearest
here.
neighbours.
Yeah, there, that's a nice house in there. It's really pretty. So it's all really nice. Slowly.
The one at the end.
Here, that's a nice little house. It's all stuff like that. But unfortunately, what the builders are doing in this area is they're buying houses like that, knocking them down, and then building 4 massive houses in the gardens. Nice hedge, nice topiary. I've never noticed that because when you're driving, you're watching for oncoming vehicles. And this is a really nice bit of the woods as you go around here. And in fact, this woodland was for sale some years ago. It's see all rhododendron bushes in there and everything.
That's
laurel.
because it was part of the. Well, I know that Penn.
See here, look here. This we'll come past in April is a carpet of bluebells, and it's so stunning to drive round. When you come around this corner, the way the light just clicks in here.
Fence.
Yeah, wicker fence.
This is a nice house. Look.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's all thatched and nice.
See, everything's gated.
See, look at that one.
It's really nice. But what they do is the builders knock them down because people don't want to be bothered with big gardens anymore, and they build several houses on the land and they put a big gate on it, and the community's become very disjointed because of it. They're like, the soul's gone out of...
See, look at that one.
Yeah, well, because you're going to probably turn around and come back down.
Well,
here,
no, I was just going to turn left at the top.
Oh, right, we're going to turn left at the top. Okay, and down there is where that lovely shop that I bought my clothes from, where 2 lovelies actually work right next door to me, so I'm going to go and meet them because I didn't realise they were lovelies. And it's where I get my nails done, down there in a place called Chatham St Peter.
Yes.
And
we cycle down there to a cafe called Crumbs sometimes.
yeah, we do. We haven't done that for a while.
Susan, we ride on the little cycle path down
Yeah, we do. But actually, Wink and I were talking last night, weren't we? And we've decided to call this month Fit February. And that was your idea, wasn't it, Wink?
there. Yes.
Because
We're not fit, we're fat.
we're fat. We're full of...
Well, the problem is, you see, we've had so many sweets and biscuits and nice things
chocolate.
from America, which is all lovely, and we do appreciate it.
Oh, we love it.
But we're putting on loads of weight. So
Wink
we're going to have
has
to go
a spare tyre.
So we're going on a bit of a diet. We're going to try and lay off that kind of stuff
And
for a while.
yeah, we're going to have to see if we can exercise restraint.
Yeah,
It's
and
nice
also because
that way.
I've got sent this giant thing of pancake waffle paste,
Yeah,
which is like super easy to make. In fact, I might have pancakes for breakfast.
yeah, here. And how many pancakes have you already made with it in like 2 days, darling?
21.
21 pancakes.
I didn't eat 21. I've eaten
No.
9.
9. But we actually made them for Finian and his friends, and they really, really enjoyed it. But
The first batch I made, I just thought, oh, I'll just make a batch of pancakes. I didn't realise how many it would make, and I had a giant stack of pancakes that was just colossal on my plate. So I was like, I fancy something sweet for pudding. What should I do? Oh, I'll try some of that pancake mix, and it made loads. And I ended up having 6 great big thick pancakes with whipped cream, bananas, and treacle.
yeah,
Which was delicious.
So-
I felt positively ill afterwards.
yeah, he did. And yeah, he just sat on the sofa like a stuck pig going, I think I might have eaten too much. So,
But I think I'm going to have pancakes for breakfast.
despite that, and you know, despite all those pancakes he's made, darling, it hasn't even made a dent in the gargantuan bag
Well, we're
of
about a third of the way through.
are you
Quarter
now?
of the way through, maybe.
quarter.
It's nice stuff.
So
I mean, I
there's a
don't
lot
mind
of
being sent more of that, because that's
Fat,
lovely.
there's a lot more fat belly eating to occur.
I don't mind being sent more of that.
The thing
Pancakes
is, when
are
it's
nice
in the
handy
house,
thing
we
to
can't
warm
not eat it, and because it's been sent by our lovely lovelies.
Because I could whip up pancakes for breakfast. Do they work with peanut butter?
See how it's just
Do
going.
they work with peanut butter?
You can put savoury things in pancakes, although that's
Savoury?
probably got a lot of sugar in it, because when you make plain batter from scratch, it doesn't have sugar in it. Yeah, savoury pancakes,
This is where I get my fish and chips,
which you got yesterday.
which I had yesterday. I had haddock and chips yesterday.
Haddock and chips.
So this is
I
called
didn't have
Jordan's.
Any
3 households road.
This is called 3 households because there used to be just 3 households here. And
This is our local hardware shop where I come
yeah,
to get
and
my
they were
screws
brilliant
and
when
things.
Finian did his
I'm tempted to get some now.
when he did his single for the Christmas single. He provided all the lights for the video shot. Look at this cute little house here. Darling, slower, slower, slower. Isn't that just cute?
Can't go slow because it'll upset people on the houses or something.
Oh,
Main road.
pretend you're 80 and driving
I'm not
like an old
pretending I'm
person. Look at that house, isn't it nice?
This is another golf club because there's just golf clubs everywhere.
There's just wall-to-wall
around here.
golf clubs. That's also why people like living here.
I know.
And it's made it so expensive that the people that grew up here can't afford to live here. Darling.
Golf bats.
Darling, don't be so horrible. Darling, you can be horrid.
Well, it is.
Live and let live, darling. Some people wouldn't be able to think of anything worse than being in a shed surrounded by model aeroplanes making stuff with wood. It's whatever floats people's boat.
Look, and this is a campsite. I'm amazed that people come on holiday.
This
here
is
and
a
go
campsite,
camping.
so you could come here and camp, and you'd be like a couple of
They've got
miles from our
caravans
house.
there you can rent as well, actually.
There's a nice.
So you can stay in a caravan there, and it is literally a mile from our house.
Yeah.
This is a good corner. This one, when it's nice weather, it's not like this where it's all horrible and flooded.
Flooded. You're careful.
I can get my knee down on my motorbike around this corner.
He's so naughty. It's against the law. But
we can do a bit of knee sliding, a bit of Valentino Rossi around this corner.
Cute little. This is a really slow here. Slow to this White House because it's really lovely.
Well, I'll tell you where we'll go.
Just slow, because it's so cute and ancient.
No, I'll tell you where else we'll go. You're going to have to speed this video up. It's going to be very long.
Yeah. I might have to do it in 2 separate videos. This.
Now, you see this barn here on the right? A car last year came flying down this road and jumped that bank, which they've now built up, and was planted in the front of that barn.
Yeah, it was.
Now here, this is like, there's Pond's house down here, which apparently has loads of massive nice ponds, because Piers, one of the chaps I work with, he knows a person that lives here or something, where he went out with her daughter or
Well,
something.
I used to keep my horse down this road when I was a kid.
But there's lots of horses and stuff here, and as you can see, this is like the woods, which is by our house, which I go mountain biking around. There's a mountain bike list, and there is loads and loads of good mountain biking here.
Horsey people.
It's like a proper place.
I used to have a blanket like
this
that.
is a pond house, where it has loads of big ponds and
So
stuff.
we're both just talking over each other. That was a yard that I didn't keep my horse at, but I went on a show jumping competition at that place, and one of my friends keeps her horses there. So this is
also the road that I test rode my motorised bicycle on. This is where I came
Did
on
you?
it. Yes, this is I went all up around here to test it.
and I'll show you where I used to keep my horse.
This is the entrance to the woods.
This is the other side of the woods, and this is the
Hodgewell.
woods that when I have a picture outside my bedroom window, these are the woods that you can see to the right on the horizon.
Oh look.
And I used to drive my horse there.
You can see how popular bicycling's got in there. It's got a code of contact for bicyclists now, because loads of people mountain bike in there, including me. It is very good.
And this is a beautiful house that it would be great because it has loads of fields for piggies.
Car behind.
I remember when I was about, well, just go slowly, live and let live. You could see a lot of this. See, look at the work. I remember in the 80s when I had my horse, I could see over the fence at them renovating this place. It's stunning. But you can't see much. But look, it's got the old wall, the beautiful old wall there. People, it's hard to see them because it's sunny. And in there, well, we looked over the fence, but you can't see. Look at the greenhouse. Look like Victorian greenhouses. Aren't they beautiful? And beautiful manicured gardens. And then they've got all these fields, and we were just like, oh, it'd be so good for the pigs, wouldn't it? Oh, it'd be great, you know. All that land is theirs. It's beautiful.
Footpath cuts through there.
Yeah. This is next door to the stables. This didn't exist when I was 14. All these houses and barns here. But this is where I used to keep my horse, and I used to babysit for the owner's children. In fact, when I moved back here, kind of 30 years later, she still owned this house, but they sold it. See, we'll have to go slow because of the horse. Excellent. So it's really been built up because there wasn't even a tack room when I came here. That's to the house there. And these are stables that didn't exist. And my friend, who was Finnan's nursery school teacher, the lovely Kim, she used to keep her 3 horses there. Nice horsey with his nice blanket on, Widmere Farm. And the entrance, I used to cycle here 3 miles from Beaconsfield. That's the house that I used to babysit in. And around the corner is this is the stable entrance.
Look at the gate. Not quite as flash as Ozzy's.
Oh, literally there were no gates. It was just kind of like They're all stables and stuff and horse boxes. I was the first kind of horse that wasn't just like a Shetland pony. But my horse used to be in that field, and I used to cycle here from Beaconsfield with my saddle and my bridle and my wooden tack box and my riding hat on my head. My bike weighed a ton.
This is the other entrance to Hodgemore Woods.
Other entrance.
This is when I cycle up here. This is the entrance I go in through, and it goes all the way up over there. And it's miles. It's really massive.
Yeah, and this is the little lane that's around the house. So when I used to cycle up here, I used to wear my front door keys around my neck, and they used to jingle. And I'll show you, my horse would hear those, and he would whinny at me, and he would come galloping up the field and start pacing around the gate. He used to be in that field there. No, they've really chopped up the fields. It was in this field there, I don't know if you can see. But it was so sweet because I would hear him whinnying, and then he would, there's some horses, he would be in that field. Not always, sometimes he was in the back field. And gosh, it's really icy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is where, when we do a quick walk round the block, we come out of that little bridle path there.
Very muddy.
Very muddy, because it's also a bridle path. Oh look, there's a horse on that field. I've never seen a horse on that field.
There we
before.
go. When we walked up through there, we saw them on the right.
Oh yes, yes.
And when you go underneath these telegraph wires, they go.
They crackle like crazy.
It's weird.
And I'm going to show you the house that the first time I ever cycled past it, I stopped. It took my breath away, and I just wanted to. I wish that it would be my house one day. And actually, his daughter lives opposite us, and the chappie that owns it, it's not just one house and a little garden. It's a giant load of farmland. And in fact, we met the niece-in-law of the owner today in the garden centre where we've been to. So it's called the Homestead. Can you just stop outside it? I used to absolutely love this. So just stop so I can show. So here. So up here on the right hand side were vegetable crops going all the way out and really neat. And on the left here was a crop of like dahlias and cut flowers. And there were 2 Rottweiler dogs that used to come belting down here barking at the horse. But I don't know, there was something so idyllic about the garden there. But the chappie that owns it now, he's must be in his late 80s. But I've always loved that. Not the house, just that, I don't know, just something about the piece of land. And up there is where Frederick Forsyth used to live.
House up there,
yeah, you can't see it from the road, but that's where Frederick Forsyth, who wrote Day of the Jackal, that's where he lived. And yeah, cool. I don't know if there's any.
I come down here on my bicycle after we're riding around the woods, and it's always full of water and stuff this time of year, and it's
like
really
a
bumpy.
river.
You end up getting covered, get more mucky around here in the woods practically.
Yeah, and this is exactly, basically, the road that I cycled up and down just twice a day for 4 years, basically. I used to come here before school and then after school. When it really rains, everything drains into here, and it becomes like a river. Oh man, that big pothole. And yeah, it's just beautiful. And I knew this so well because
all private planes
riding
on the
and
Jaguars
cycling.
parked outside the expensive houses.
Yeah.
These are new houses, they've just built these.
Trying to crash into the car. Yeah.
These are new, these ones.
This would have been an older house. They've built these 2 on one piece of land.
And this is a cool house, and who does this house belong to?
It belongs to Finnion's music teacher, who appears on one of the videos. It's a really cool house.
It's a cool house, isn't it?
Yeah, really cool. And she's a lovely lady. She's so talented. She's written musicals that have been in the West End and everything. So yeah, it's not a lot of the sea. That's probably no, that probably isn't original. So a lot of the houses that used to be here when I was 14 have been knocked down, and these 2 giant buildings. There's our tree.
We can see from our garden.
See that tree? Oh, I can't see it. And this
is where we live.
Is where we live.
It's our road.
This is our road.
This was a bungalow last year, and they've made it into a house.
Yeah.
And this rich person.
The amount of wood that came out of that, I wish we had had an empty woodshed.
And this
is us.
It's our little house.
It's our little house here.
There's Susan's RX-8 parked outside.
Zoom, zoom, vroom, vroom.
This is the lovely Noreen's house next door, and this is our little tiny house.
Yay! Thanks for watching.